Let's today have a look at the water resources of our country. Under the water resources, we will learn about the importance of irrigation, types of irrigation, multi-purpose river valley projects, India's major hydroelectric power projects, national power grid, and rainwater harvesting. Dear children, in the previous capsules, we learnt about the soils, forests, and their types and distribution in India. Let us go through a recall before we proceed to the chapter on water resources. Here is the first question for you. Mention the types of soil in India. I'm sure you've got the answer right. The answer is alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, desert soil, mountainous soil. Here's the next question for you. Mention the types of natural vegetation found in India. I'm sure you've got all your answers right. Let us just check it out. The answer is evergreen vegetation, monsoon vegetation, tropical grassland, mangrove forest, desert vegetation, Himalayan alpine vegetation. As you all know, water is an important natural resource. It is one of the basic requirements of human beings and it is a national property. Water is being used for irrigation, hydroelectric power generation, industry, domestic use, transportation, fisheries, and also for recreational purposes. Irrigation means supply of water to agriculture from canals, wells, and tanks artificially or manually constructed. Irrigation is very essential in the regions of low rainfall. The water resources on the surface of earth are the rivers and lakes. Wells and springs are groundwater resources. Based on the source of irrigation, it can be divided into three categories. 1. Well irrigation. 2. Canal irrigation. 3. Tank irrigation. Well irrigation is the most important type of irrigation in India. It provides water to large areas of agricultural land. Supplying groundwater by digging or drilling wells is called well irrigation. Well irrigation is more useful and easier. Well irrigation becomes essential where the canals and tanks are not available. Well irrigation is further divided into two types: open wells and bore wells, which is also called as tube wells. Water is lifted from open wells through manpower or with the help of diesel or electric pump. Bore wells. Today in India's well irrigation system, role of bore wells are very important. 59.7% of total well irrigation area and 33.7% of the total irrigated area comes under borewell irrigation. Another important type of irrigation is canal irrigation. Vast cultivated and cultivable land can be irrigated by this method. This is the second most important irrigation type after well irrigation. There are two types of canal irrigation. 1. Flood canals. 2. Perennial canals directly. Water is drawn directly from the river through canals without the help of any dams. When the river level is high, the excess water passes through the canals. These are called flood canals. 2. Perennial canals. Dams are constructed across the rivers and water is stored in the reservoirs. This water is provided for agriculture through the canals, which are called perennial canals. Tank irrigation. It is practiced in India since ancient times. Small bunds are constructed across streams. Water is stored and supplied to cultivable areas through small canals or pipes. Tank irrigation is common in India. Now it's time to think and answer, children. The first question is, mention the multi-purpose uses of water resources. I'm sure you've got all the answers right. Let us check it out. Answer is irrigation, hydroelectric generation, industry, water transport, domestic use and entertainment. Here's the second question for you. What are the types of irrigation? Let's check the answer. 1. Well irrigation. 2. Canal irrigation. 3. Tank irrigation. Dear children, let us study about multi-purpose river valley projects. India has undertaken the construction of many river valley projects for the maximum utilization of river water resources. These projects have other purposes besides providing water for agricultural use. Such projects are called multi-purpose river valley projects. The main aims of these projects are: 1. Providing irrigation facility. 2. Production of hydroelectric power. 3. Prevention of floods. 4. Creation facility for water transportation. 5. Providing water for domestic and industrial use. 6. Preventing soil erosion. 7. Developing fisheries. 8. Enhancing forest wealth. Now let us look at the multi-purpose river valley projects in India. Number 1. Damodar River Valley Project. This is the first multi-purpose river valley project of independent India. This project is the joint venture between the states of West Bengal and Bihar. This river was causing large-scale destruction to life and property in West Bengal, and as such it was called Sorrow of Bengal. To prevent destruction by this river, this project was taken up. This project supplies water for 4.5 lakhs hectares of land. West Bengal and Jharkhand have been benefited from this project. Thermal power stations have been established at Bokaro, Chandrapur and Durgapur. Number 2. Bhakra Nangal Project. Bhakra Nangal Project is the joint venture between Punjab, Haryana and state of Rajasthan. Dams are constructed at Bhakra and Nangal of Himachal Pradesh across the Satluj River. The dam at Bhakra is the highest with a height of 226 meters. This project has a canal network of about 3,402 kilometers and provides irrigation to 14.6 lakh hectares. Delhi and Himachal Pradesh have benefited from this project by way of getting irrigation and hydroelectric power. The reservoir created by this dam is called Govinda Sagar. 3. Kosi Project. The main objective of this project was to prevent floods caused by Kosi River in Bihar. Hence, Kosi was called the sorrow of Bihar. This is a joint project between two countries which are India and Nepal. A dam built across Kosi River at Hanumanagar is on the border of India and Nepal. This project provides irrigation facility to 8.75 lakh hectares of land. 50% of the hydroelectric power generated by this project is supplied to Nepal. 4. Hirakud Project. This project is constructed across the Mahanadi in Orissa, which is about 10 kilometers from Sambhalpur. This river is known as Sorrow of Orissa as it creates frequent floods. Hirakud Dam is the longest dam in the country. This project provides irrigation facilities and hydroelectric power to the states of Orissa and Jharkhand. Now is the time for us to think and answer. Number 1. The sorrow of West Bengal is dash. I'm sure you've all got the answer right. Yes, the answer is Damodar. Number 2. The longest dam in India is dash. Let's check the answer. It's Hirakud. Now is the time to pair up and answer. Your first question for pair up and answer is, mention the important multi-purpose river valley projects in India. Let's check the answer. The answer is Damodar River Valley Project, Bhakra Nangal Project, Kosi Project, Hirakud Project, Tungabhadra Project, Nagarjuna Sagar Project, Upper Krishna, Narmada Valley Project. Now let's move on to match the following. Your answer is Bhakra Nangal is in Himachal Pradesh, Tungabhadra is in Karnataka, Hirakud Dam is in Orissa, Kosi Project is in Bihar. Now let's move on to the next project, which is Tungabhadra Project. This dam is built across Tungabhadra river at Mallapur near Hospet in Bellary district. It provides hydroelectric power and irrigation facility to 5.5 lakh hectares in Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. The reservoir is called Pampa Sagara. The next project is Nagarjuna Sagar Project. This dam is constructed at Nandikonda village of Andhra Pradesh across the river Krishna. This provides irrigation facility to a total of 8.30 lakh hectares. Next is Upper Krishna Project. It is constructed across the river Krishna near Alamatti of Bijapur district. This resulted in the formation of Lal Bahadur Shastri Reservoir. Another dam is built near Narayanpura. The name of the reservoir is Basavasagara. Together, they provide irrigation facility to a total of 6.47 lakh hectares of land. Recently, hydroelectric power generation was also started there. Now let's move on to Narmada Valley projects. Narmada River has totally 23 dams across its length and breadth, hence called as the Narmada Valley projects. Sardar Sarovar, Narmada Sarovar and Narmada Upper projects are the main ones. This project provides irrigation facility and hydroelectric power to North Gujarat, Rajasthan and a few areas of Maharashtra state. Now is the time to think and answer, children. Here's your first question. Where is Tungabhadra Dam constructed? The answer is Tungabhadra Dam is constructed at Mallapur village near Hospet Taluk in Bellary district. Here's your second question. Where is Upper Krishna project constructed? The answer is Upper Krishna project is constructed at Alamatti of Bijapur district. India's major hydroelectric power projects. Dear students, observe this image and see as to how power is generated. The water resource is essential for the production of hydroelectric power. Hydroelectric power is the second important source of power in India. Following are the important hydroelectric power generation centers in different parts of Karnataka. In Karnataka, Shivanasamudra, Tungabhadra, Linganamakki, Alamatti, Kali are super dam are some of the hydroelectric power generation centers in different parts of Karnataka. National Power Grid. India generates power from various sources. All the states do not have sufficient electric power supply at all times. Hence, to supply power from surplus states to deficit states, a national power grid is established. With its help, excess power from any state can be supplied to any other power deficit state. National Power Grid is divided into 5 divisions. They are North Grid, South Grid, East Grid, West Grid and East-West Grid. Another important aspect of water resources is rainwater harvesting. Water is very precious. Although India has vast water resource, it is most unevenly distributed. Especially, water shortage is seen during the summers. The only solution to the drought condition prevailing in India is rainwater harvesting, which is collection of rainwater is called rainwater harvesting. There are two types of rain harvesting. One, collection of water at the place of rainfall. Examples for which are rooftops of houses and buildings. 2. Collection of flowing rainwater. Examples of which are constructing bunds and collecting water. Now is the time for think and answer, children. Come, let's work on it. Number 1. Mention the important hydroelectric power generation centers in Karnataka. Here is your answer. It is Shivanasamudra, Tungabhadra, Linganamakki, Bhadra, Alamatti and Kali. Let's move on to the second question. What is National Power Grid? Start working on your answers fast. I'm sure you've all got it right. Let's check it once. It is to supply power from surplus states to deficit states, a national power grid is established. It's a power sharing network. Pair up and answer the questions, children. Rainwater harvesting is compulsory today. Why? The answer is, water is very precious. Although India has vast water resources, it is most unevenly distributed. Rainfall is confined to the rainy season. Even in the areas of heavy rainfall, water shortage is seen during the summers. Only solution to the drought condition prevailing in India is rainwater harvesting. Let's look at the keywords in this capsule. 1. Drought. Drought means scarcity of water. 2. Hydroelectricity. The electricity generated using water resource. 3. Groundwater. The meaning of groundwater is water in the earth. 4. Community. Community means a group of people. Here are some interesting extended activities for you, children. Just note them down. Number 1. Visit a nearby hydroelectric power generating station and write a report on hydroelectric power generation. The second activity is study the rainwater harvesting system visiting a house that has adopted rainwater harvesting system, and also visit rainwater collecting lakes and tanks. Here's another interesting extended activity for you. It is name the important hydroelectric power generating centers in India. Students, in this capsule we studied all the sub-concepts of water resources. Thank you.